recording. Sweet. Hello and welcome to another video. Rogue here. What have I been up to tonight? Well, I am currently waiting to drive my parent to the airport in like 2 hours, so I figured I'd do a video. What I've been up to in these past months is I just finished a technology program via a boot camp called New Camp, which is based out of Bellevue, Washington. I recently graduated with a certificate in cybersecurity and ethical hacking. So I'm going to make some videos over some time just to keep on learning after my boot camp, while I'm also trying to get into a graduate school in computer science, so we'll see how that goes. But also just keeping my skills sharp, probably studying for my CompTIA Security Plus, because Washington State's library lets you take examinations for free if you're a Washington State resident. So if you didn't know that, Washington State residents, if you want to study for a bunch of tech certificates, there we go. But what are we doing today? Today we're going to be doing a capture the flag scenario on TryHackMe called Pickle Rick. As you can see, I've already done it, but I'm going to try and recreate it because it took a bit on my first record through to figure it out, but I think I've done that now. So we're gonna bring up Kali. First thing I gotta do is I'm not using the attack box. I don't like that I can't copy and paste in attack boxes. I'm just gonna use my virtual machine with Kali Linux. So I gotta wait for the machine to, gotta wait for it to do stuff. So this Rick and Morty themed challenge requires you to exploit a web server and find 3 ingredients to help Rick make his potion and transform himself back into human from a pickle. Deploy the virtual machine on this task and explore the web application. When the IP address is shown, we'll get started. Well, I hope everyone had a good New Year. I had a very quiet New Year. I decided to watch, the Seattle, the Space Needles drone show and fireworks, and that was pretty cool. For the first time in like forever, one of my local news stations here on the eastern side of Washington decided to show that stuff on like their internet portal, so I caught that. Pretty cool. Quieter than New York. New York's New Year's show is like a big production now. It's kind of crazy. It was a bit overwhelming for me. Space Needles was nice though. Alright, so we got our target IP address. So I'm going to bring up Firefox. Let's see what we get when we go there. And I think it's 10.74.146. Of course, this will be different when you launch your machine, different IP addresses. Oh, right. I forgot the other thing I have to do. So the other thing you have to do is, if you're using a virtual machine box, is connect to their open VPN for, oh god, come on, forgot to do that. Sudo VPN. Alright, so yep, we gotta launch the open VPN, and once that happens I should be able to connect to that Pickle Rick website. Just gonna chill for a second. Alright, yep. So if you can see this page, you're connected to TryHackMe. So now once I go here, yep, alright. Help Morty. Listen, Morty, I need your help. I've turned myself into a pickle again, and this time I can't change back. Note to self, I've only seen like 2 episodes of Rick and Morty. I know it's pop culture, that in the industry I used to work in, it was very popular, but I just never really got into it. Anyways, I need you to, Morty, log on to my computer and find the last 3 secret ingredients to reverse my pickle reverse potion. The problem is, I have no idea what the password was. Help, Morty, help. Alright, and I know Morty is what, his like nephew or something. Alright, so first things first, you look at the source of the page, and you can see that there's somebody added a note. Note to self, remember username. And we have a username. Sweet, so I can get rid of that, open up a file here. No. care about that. Alright, so we got a username, and then there was nothing else interesting in the source, I think. Nope. So next thing's next. I guess I will run, what is it, nmap. There we go. Sudo nmap. Sure, we'll do just a total, well, not total, but v-a 10.10.7.4.1.4.6. That's gonna run this little scan, see what is discovered. Open ports at 8022. Alright, so we've got an SSH, but I don't have the key, so that's probably not gonna help me. It's running its HTTP server through port 80, which is very normal. And it's probably gonna take a while for this to run. Not as bad as another service that I might have to use. Okay, so it says here we've got it is running Apache on Ubuntu 2.2.41. Okay, and it's using SSH, and you get the MAC addresses, but you don't get the host keys. Alright, so once we know that stuff, we can then run, I guess I'll run Nick2. Host 10.10.74.146. Alright. So we've got Nick2 that's going to run. And I can also try and discover what else is going on with this freaking. Derb. I guess I could run Derb. Yep. Alright, I already know, so that's what I did before. Derb 74.146. And I'm just gonna run it in general. This one is going to take a long time. So I might either just chill for a while these run, because I literally can't do anything until they finish running, because I'm trying to find secret pages here. Because there wasn't anything in the source information or anything like that indicated there was something secret. So what Derb is going to do, it's going to use its word list to try and find hidden directories and pages that are hiding on this server. And it looks like Nick2 is finding some things. It's finding Nick2 scans, obviously, for any vulnerabilities that I could possibly use. Click checking. That's not going to help me get into the server. No CGI directories. Yeah, I'm trying to find what the login page is. That'd be nice. This might help too. So be back in like 15 minutes or so, hopefully.
Turn myself into a pickle, Morty! Boom! Big reveal. I'm a pickle. What do you think about that? I turned myself into a pickle! I'm Pickle Rick!
Okay, so what I've run Nick2. Well, Nick2 is still running. But I just want Nick2 is a file that will probe a site. It's not a file, it's a program that's included with Kali that will probe a site to determine vulnerabilities, and I was looking mostly for the login page on there. It's still working, don't care. And then I was using Derb, which another alternative to Derb is GoBuster. It uses a common word list, or you can give it another word list and it'll compare a site to its word list to find files. So it has found 3 files for us. It's found the index page, which we've already seen. It's found a robots file, and it's found a server status. And it also give us the code, which means 200 means it's connected to successfully. 403 means that it's tossing an error up on there, so I probably don't need that. So let me go to robots then. That was not the right one. 10.10. 7.4.146.robots.txt. And here's the robots file. If you don't know what robots is, it's the It's usually it's used as a file to define what web crawlers are not supposed to look into. But on this one, we only have wubba lubba lubba dub. Okay, so let me go back here. Alright. Alright. So, knowing this guy, that's probably the password. We're gonna go in here and then use wubba lubba lub and see if we get in there. And look, we get there. So we've got a command panel, and only the real Rick can view this page. Pickle Rick. So I can't look at anything else but this command thing. So let me think. So I know from running Nick2 and also Nmap that this is running Ubuntu. So that means okay. Oops. Oh, right. Excuse me. So if I run ls and LA means I want the long form. We can see here that we have some interesting things. So let me try that. And then cat. Oh no! Command disabled to make it hard for future Pickle Rick. Cat normally will print out a file in Linux. There's also another. Which one was that? SLA. Alright, so let me remember what that thing is. Turn command to information. Alright. Linux command cat alternative. To view file the terminal. Oh yeah, it's less. So if we then spit less, ignore that. Alright, so we have the first ingredient, which is Mr. Me Seek Hair. And I've already done this room, so you can see that. Mr. Me Seek Hair. Alright, so what else was there? There was also less. There was a clue file. Look around the file system for the other ingredient. So, I think, ls home, ls home Rick. There we go. Alright, so you can see there is the second ingredients file. So, okay, is there something? Oh, right. If I remember correctly, it was something. It was that one. Yep. So I don't know why it has that slash there, but then when you enter this file, oh no, it's not that. Nope. I know that's a valid one. Oh. There we go. Alright, so there's that one. that. There we go. So when you enter that command, you get the second ingredient, which is 1 Jerry tier. I'm assuming this is another Rick and Morty reference. Alright, and I have 1 Jerry tier as our second ingredient. And then, alright, for the last one, it was LS-Rick. And we can see here that we also have ... So that means that the last one is hiding at root, probably. So if I do this, if you do that command, it'll show you what capabilities sudo has, and it says, hey, look, I don't need a password to run anything with sudo. Lovely. Don't do that unless you're apparently idiotic freaking Rick, who turned himself into a pickle. Alright, so if we get into root, we see we have the third ingredient. So, sudo ls third ingredient, fleeb juice. And that is the Rick and Morty Pickle Rick rum. Cool. It's a neat little easy capture the flag once you muddle your way through it. So, stay tuned for more capture the flags and whatever else I feel like, because I'm probably also going to get back into games, maybe a bit of design. We'll see. Later.